I am deeply humbled and honored to be part of this solemn annual event that honors the remarkable memory of men and women of our armed forces. It is an event in appreciation of the life of sacrifice of these brave men who left or live their own battles and fought our collective wars. Our gathering here is in appreciation of this life of devotion and sacrifice. Every January 15th, we're reminded of that sacrifice and selflessness of our compatriots who paid the final price with their lives, as well as those who keep the flag flying. You have dedicated your all to keeping us safe, sometimes at the risk of your lives. The cenotaphs across the country are stark reminders of the price that our armed forces personnel have been paying from colonial times to the present day. Your exploits in battles waged to enthrone peace and make the world a safer place are well recorded and globally acknowledged. From the jungles of Burma and Congo to the arid fields of South Sudan and the war-torn streets of Liberia and Sierra Leone, our armed forces have always been an embodiment of valor. Likewise, our heroes here gathered, as well as their fallen colleagues, have given their lives as martyrs to safeguard our country from the hands of bandits and insurgents since return of democratic rule. These brave men and women of our armed forces have literally led the charge, ready and willing to deploy, as evident from their participation in numerous United Nations peacekeeping across the world. In all such deployments, the bravery of the men and women of our armed forces has earned accolades, pride, and respect for Nigeria. Few things epitomize courage like the job of the armed forces. When a town is threatened by insecurity, the people flee, but the armed forces personnel valiantly confront the threat from which the people flee. We have seen such valiant attitude displayed repeatedly as our men and women in uniform fight to curb insurgency, banditry, and sundry acts of terror in a bid to secure our towns and eliminate every threat to peace. Our armed forces consist of men and women of steel, but they are humans after all, and sometimes pay the ultimate price. When such tragedy occurs, they leave behind families for whom the pain of loss is often most severe. We owe them our love and care in words and in deeds. The widows and children of our ex-service men are compelling reminders of the sacrifices of our fallen heroes. Their lifetime of sacrifice and duty to our country has earned the families they left behind a right to our collective empathy. Their sacrifice for you and me, for the entire country, impels us to not just wipe off their tears, but to ensure that whatever lack their absence has created for their families is substantially filled by us. That is what gratitude looks like. It is as well the greatest honor and respect we can accord our fallen heroes. No less deserving of our love, respect, and support are members still in active service and those in retirement. The prevailing sense of security felt across Enugu State cannot be viewed in isolation. We are secure because of your vigilance and sacrifice. And words are simply not enough to show the depth of our gratitude. Like Nigeria, our armed forces is strengthened by its diversity. It is thus an institution blind to creed and ethnicity. Through the discipline and patriotism it inspires, it helps nourish our unity. So there is a lot more for which we should be grateful to our armed forces, beyond the fact that they served as bulwarks against any external aggression and protect us from the terror within. Though this gathering is ceremonial, in reality, what we owe these heroes is eternal. Indeed, we have demonstrated that this depth of gratitude is not mere lip service. It is a debt we owe and are obligated to repay, because yours have been careers of lifelong service to our nation. On this very sober day of remembrance, I reaffirm my administration's continued support to the armed forces, the pride of our nation, the bastion of unity, and potent symbol of sovereignty. Our support is, of course, complementary to the immense efforts of the federal government. So the wreaths we lay in honor of our fallen heroes are not mere gestures meant for TV cameras. They impose on us an obligation to offer our lifelong of gratitude. Thank you, and may God bless Enugu State. God bless our armed forces, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Dr. Peter Mbah is going to perform the ceremony to release the pigeon. He has released one and has flown away to carry the message to the world that we remember our fallen heroes. The pigeons are moving into space. His Excellency has released. Give a round of applause. Thank you, Your Excellency.